What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We are currently 20 games in to our Foot Champs weekend and we've got 16 wins. Definitely 2 games in there that I deserve to lose and just got thoroughly stomped, but also 2 games in there that I created plenty of opportunities and just couldn't take them. But overall I'm happy with 16 and 4. I said to you guys right back at the start of the weekend, my aim this weekend is actually 25 wins and I'm going to remain, try and keep that aim. I don't want to get ahead of myself and just start assuming that I've already earned myself Elite 3 or better off the back of the first 20 games. We know full well that it gets more and more difficult. Kind of like now until about game 32, it just gets super, super tough. So we've got 12 really tough games. What I hope for out of today, because it's Sunday now, as you can see with one day, 14 hours left. You're watching this on Monday. But I'm going to play 6 games, and if I'm 4 wins or more from those 6 games, I'm going to keep playing until I lose again. If I'm 3 wins or less from those 6 games, I'm going to stop and save 14 games for Monday, because I feel like sometimes some of my best FIFA comes right at the end when a lot of people finish their games, there's not much left going on, and so the pool of players to play against is more limited, and honestly it just gives me a better opportunity to win. So if I go to 17 and 6, sorry, not 17 and 6, 19 and 6, I'm probably going to just dead it there and stop. But other than that, basically I'm going to play until I get 6 losses today. So I'm going to play until I go to however many wins and 7 losses. Sorry, I'm going to play until I go to 7 losses today. That's going to leave me 4 losses on Sunday to be able to get Elite if I'm winning. And of course, I only need to win 9 games from the final 20 to be able to pick up Gold 1, which, as I say, is our target for this week. So I have completed a new SBC. The HENRIKH MKHITARYAN SBC is done and dusted from Manchester to North London. Of course, we had Alexis Sanchez SBC yesterday. Here's the first team, guys. We've got 1 hour 42 left. All of these players are super, super cheap. They're all first owner pack pooled. Some of them are untradeable. Some of them are not. Very, very easy to complete that one. And we get ourselves a gold players pack. Was that a premium gold players pack? I don't know. And then the second one gets us a jumbo gold pack. Again, super, super easy to accomplish and to complete. Again, all of these players are first owner. Some of them are untradeable. We get to submit that squad in 2, and that gets us a jumbo gold pack. And for completing the set, we get ourselves a rare gold pack. So we can hope for something nice out of today's packs. We didn't get anything yesterday, so we get well, they're pretty bad packs. I mean, it's cheap to complete, so there's no real complaints, right? But a jumbo gold pack and a gold players pack are not the best. The jumbo gold pack did contain 2 shiny players. Can't complain about that. It's gonna be Real Albiol, so not the greatest, but an 82 rated right now. The 82s are going for a nice little amount. We'll send all of this stuff into the club. Always going to come in handy at one stage or another. We are going to send Albiol up. He'll go for about 15 to 1800 coins just because of the current SBCs. And we're going to discard that Ibar Gwen guy with all the other stuff to go. That leaves us with a gold players pack to open. A ones to watch would be super nice. Can we get some luck here today? No, we can't. We don't even get a shiny gold player in our gold players pack. And these packs are such a scam, man. I swear to God. We end up getting ourselves Mauro. Now, he's a good player from a good league for SBCs, but worth absolutely nothing. So we'll send all of those into the trade pile. We'll list up Gomez there and just let him go for what he goes for. And that leaves us with our final pack before we get into some more games. A rare gold pack. Are the pack gods going to be on our side today? No, they are not. We don't even get a board player out of the rare gold pack. So our HENRIKH MKHITARYAN was not favourable for us personally. A few badges there. I need to start checking the kits and badges. I get told a lot that I discard a lot of kits and a lot of badges that have some value. So obviously I want to stop doing that and start selling them instead, because although it's just a few hundred coins here or there, it's still a few hundred coins more than what I had before. We're obviously at a low coin total right now, so all and everything is very, very helpful. But that, guys, is the end of the intro. We're going to go and get into some gameplay now. I will be right back. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, of course, we start our weekend league from here. 16 wins and 4 losses. I set my aim at the start of the weekend to get gold 1. This new patch, the changes, my inability to adapt to it, it's all, you know, it's all part and parcel of me just wanting to set myself realistic goals as to not put too much pressure on myself, and then anything better is great. I know we can do better than gold 1, but I just, you know, what I want to try and do is remove the pressure. You know, I was watching Inception last night, and somebody said to him, like, what are you playing to? Like, you know, you're going for top 100, you're going for Elite 1, Elite 3, like, and he said, I'm not playing for anything, I'm just playing. And I like that, because all you're doing then is if you lose, it's no big a deal. You know, it doesn't really make that much of a difference if you lose, because you're not aiming to achieve anything. So I feel like if I set my achievements lower, then I can take the losses a little better. And funnily enough, it's been working out really well, and it worked out well throughout this whole set of 10 games. It was great, and I was playing some really, really good FIFA. I came up against some insane teams and some insane players, and it was just, I was playing good FIFA on these games. Anyway, Nathan in HD says, I think one of the main things at Nepo is that the fun went missing in this RTG when you started to worry about coin count too much, especially with the lack of SBCs you've done. I'll still watch this series no matter what. It's my favourite Road to Glory on YouTube, but I feel like the more enjoyment will come if you put fun before everything else. If you get me, I 100% get you, absolutely. And we'll try and do that from now onwards, you know, maybe throw in some new players that we didn't expect to use before, even if it's just in daily knockout tournament, maybe do a few more SBCs, you know, all the league SBCs right now are very, very cheap. Well, not all of them, that's unfair to say, but when we look at the league SBCs, Ricardo Quaresma is 130k on PlayStation if you have nothing, and then you get 25k coins back immediately, plus all the extra packs that you get back, and I've got lots of the players already. So, you know, that Quaresma card would cost me, excluding opportunity cost, anywhere from 50,000 coins or less. The Gignac card that I don't care about, very much the same, 130 to start, 20k back plus packs. The Casillas card is 120k if you have nothing, 25k back plus packs. So you'd probably be looking at 40 to 80,000 coins for all of those, you know, each individual one, of course. The Russian League Promes we've already done. The Eredivisie Younes I just don't care about. That card looks terrible. The Championship Moore, I'm also not interested in him, sadly. The Edison Cavani does look very good. 220k to start, 22.5k coins back. So that's 200,000 coins if I had nothing, plus packs back, plus a 90 rated Cavani. That's one that I don't think I'd necessarily do. The J League one, Al Soma, is 75k if you have nothing, and you get 20k back and all those packs, and I have most of all of the teams from Bronze Pack Method. So I could probably do that one for like around 30 or 40,000 coins. The Hamsik is too expensive and I wouldn't use him, and the Giovinco is nice and cheap, you know, 128k, 25k plus packs back, and a good Giovinco card. So there's at least 5 or 6 League SBCs that would cost no more than 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 coins after opportunity cost and after the packs are returned, that we can start getting on board, maybe using in a weekend league here or there. You know, like we've been using Promes as a sub in this weekend league. I've watched a lot of like FIFA over the weekend, and quite a few people use him in the high ends, so that Promes. So I might want to change my team around to get Promes into the team because he looks very good. So there's lots to do, but yeah, adding the fun factor back in. Nathan, you're absolutely right. PhaseX says, Nep, you talked about how you have made a loss on Dani Alves, but wouldn't your recent FUT champions have covered already? Just keeping up the great content. Yeah, I mean, it covers the loss, but if I didn't make the loss and I had the FUT champions coins, I'd have even more. I know that I've already made like plenty back to cover much of the losses from these bad decision making with purchasing the Team of the Year cards, and I've built a team already for next weekend league in my mind that we'll do a squad builder on Wednesday after we get these FUT Champs games out of the way, that's going to bring back a couple of players that we've used and loved. It's going to bring in some new players that we've never used, and it's going to bring in 1, maybe 2, depending on my rewards on Thursday, humongous signings. So I'm really excited to change the team. I was going to change the team after these set of games. After games 21 to 30, I was going to do the squad builder then. But I was playing so good with this team, I didn't want to change things up during the weekend league and potentially ruin a chance of an Elite 1 run because I wanted to change the team, you know. So we kept with this team for the whole 40 games. I've currently, at the time of making this video, I've got 7 games left. You're seeing here, I lost 1 game in this set of 10. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the gameplay now because we're going to go back to some comments. But after losing 1 game in the set of 10, it took us from 16-4 to 25-5. And of those 5 losses, 2 of them were absolutely categorically deserved. I got bested, beaten, outplayed. I didn't really have a chance to win them. I didn't create enough chances to win them. But 3 of them, 2 of them specifically, were games where I created enough chances to win and I just didn't take my chances and I lost fairly. One of them was one of those games where I created so many chances, I lost to just some BS, just aids. The game comes around every now and then, you know, and so I feel like 1 win, I should at very least be 26-4, but I could potentially be as high as 28-2. But as some people said in the comment section on Twitter and stuff, aren't there also some games that you won that you could have lost? And yes, there were probably 1 or 2 games that I sneaked to win that maybe my opponent could have bettered me. So, you know, overall at 25-5, I was just very, very happy after 30 games. I achieved my gold standard that I wanted, gold 1 standard, with 10 games to go. It left me needing only 4 wins from 10 games from my last set of 10. As I say, I've got 7 left. So I'm in a position now where if I do bottle Elite, I'll be so angry, man. I'll be so angry. I don't know how I'd handle it if I bottled Elite from here. I really don't. The next comment comes from Gecko. Says, at 12 minutes, when you talked about FIFA not being fair because not everyone has the same team, you state multiple times that it barely matters what team you have and it's all about your personal skills. I mean, you've contradicted yourself a little bit there and you've taken what I've said out of context. So I'll reiterate what I mean with that. Well, first of all, you said, I've stated multiple times that it barely matters what team you have and it's all about personal skill. Well, it can't. One thing can barely matter and the other thing be all that matters. It is true, in my opinion, that team is the least relevant factor once you get a meta team. And player skill comes up, you know, player skill, decision making, and luck, basically. Like whether when you put that tackle in, does it bounce back to you or does it bounce to your opponent? Because you don't control that and you can't control that. So in those instances, I think the team is the least important factor in whether or not you win games. But it is still a factor. It still has a role. It still plays an importance. You know, it still has some degree of relevancy. And talking about tackles, I slid that guy perfectly with Nacho, won the ball, and Nacho slides for about another 3 in-game seconds, and Mbappe picks it up, and I end up losing that guy at game in the 118th minute. That was that 1 game. I should have won that. 16 saves for his lorries. There is absolutely no chance I should ever have lost that game. I dominated that game, other than possession, you can see, but he was holding possession. He even messaged me after the game saying that he didn't deserve to win that and he was lucky and fortunate. And I came out of that game just thinking, oh man, that's FIFA. But in terms of, you know, the team is important. The team, it's not the most important thing. That's what I'm trying to, like, I think people, again, I think people misunderstand and take out of context what I say. Team is important. It's just not as important as player skill and favourable luck and decision making and the ability to handle pressure. But that's not to say that it plays no part in the game. So, you know, when you see a team, a full stacked David Myler prime icon team, that team against a good player, even a great player with a team nowhere near as good as that, you know, let's say your traditional meta team, Bailly, Boateng, Alaba, Valencia, even Kante, Pogba, Vidal, Alessandrini, Mbappe, Martial, David Myler's full stack team against that team, you will be able to feel quite heavily the difference in the ability in the players. But it remains to be seen that the player controlling those players has to know how to use them, otherwise they're useless. Like if I gave, you know, the best team in FIFA, if I gave the absolute best team in FIFA with stat cards on to my mum and I played with a full bronze team with 0 chemistry, I would still beat my mum at FIFA because she doesn't understand how the game works. And that's where I'd say that team's not the most important factor because player skill is more important. But when you get to the degrees that you're getting to in FUT Champs, especially if you're a high tier player, Elite 1 or higher, the team, the closer the ability of the players that are playing against each other, the greater the impact of the good team that you've got. So when you look at some players, team is important. The next comment was from, hold on, I've got to refresh these because Nikola Stoyshev at 24 minutes. Don't do this. I was thinking that this would happen, and in 24 packs my best was Edison, and he's talking about the ones to watch SBCs. Now, if Footbin is correct, and I don't know if it is, I don't know first of all if I'll do the summer or winter SBCs. I would definitely do the untradeable SBCs. Now, the summer untradeable SBC is 50k on PlayStation, and that is including having to spend around, what is it, 40k for the, 39k for the ones to watch SBC. Which means at that point, after you've bought that initial SBC card, that one to watch card, it's 10,000 coins to recycle it every single time. 10k, 10k. So you could do it 10 times. It would cost you 100,000 extra coins on top of the 40k for an ones to watch card, which you'll get back regardless anyway. And if you did the summer ones, if you did the summer ones to watches, you know, you've got good chance of getting the Lukaku, the Sanchez, the Neymar, like etc, etc. And if you did the winter ones, obviously you've got a chance to get the new ones. So I think I might just do some. You know, buy that one to watch card. I should have held on. The amount of one to watches I bought for investments and stuff, man. I'm just at the wrong time with my investments, and I'm so stupid because I knew that this was coming. Because it came last year, and so in December, when all the ones to watch cards were like 15, you know, Theo Hernandez, like 12, 13k. Imagine you just load up on those. You have 100 of them sitting in your trade pile. It bombs up to 40k. Boom, you made yourself millions. Absolutely millions. And did I do it? No, because I'm an idiot. But I will do some. I think it will be fun. It won't cost us a huge amount of coins. You know, we've got a great team. And we've got a lot of coins to play with, so why not have a little bit of fun now, you know? Yeah, we wasted some coins on the Team of the Year cards, but I think doing a few League SBCs will be fun, doing a few one-to-watch SBCs will be fun. It'll just make for some interesting content, in my opinion. And again, it's about putting fun first. And what that comes to is this next comment, which I think is so valuable to the community right now. It's from David DeGoat. He says, I think Poor Man Road to Glory style videos are dying out. Everyone knows that you can effectively run a PMRTG style club and that you no longer need to spend a dime on this game. My problem with your content is it's just not as engaging enough, and if it's not engaging, then it has to be at least entertaining. You've said in the past that you don't really do entertaining, as in packs, collabs, etc. You prefer to stick with the discussion side of it and rather talk about the nitty-gritty parts of FIFA. I have nothing against this, in fact I enjoy it, but I feel like you don't have the right balance. I no longer watch your videos that are gameplay heavy or involve you commentating over it because frankly, it's just boring. I said this before, but you need a new series, something that doesn't break the bank but is entertaining enough while also having the discussions Q&A style to it. Even put on a mini-series to the side, just give me something new, thanks. And why this is important is for two parts. First of all, what he's asking for in the second half of things, something new, series and stuff, that's my main channel. That's what that's about. We've got packs, we've got squad builders, we've got draft, we've got the odd collab here or there, nothing major. What he's looking for there is on the main channel. This channel is and always will be for Road to Glory, but he raises an incredible point with regards to the Poor Man Road to Glory style videos dying out. And the reason why they're dying out is because look at what you can achieve without spending money on this game. The team that I have, the team that Skills has, the team that Fuji has, the team that Nick has, the team that, even if you're a mediocre player and you can only do squad battles and get low level foot champs rewards, you will still have an absolute meta team that somebody will come up against and be like, oh my god, this team. Because it's so easy to generate coins and to make coins and to have fun in this game. The difference is making the leap from the top tier free-to-play teams, unless you get insane luck like Fuji did, against the pay-to-win or pay-to-win style teams. I don't necessarily think it's pay-to-win, but you know what I mean, like putting money in for FIFA points. And I think what David DeGoat says is correct. You know, it's not engaging doing a Road to Glory, especially at this stage, because there is so little to do and so hard to grow the team. And I don't necessarily think that means that I need to change what I'm doing. I obviously, it would be nice to incorporate more fun into the series. We've covered that already. But I think this is what speaks volumes about what EA are doing wrong. in the fact that you can play the game so hardcore for a few months, get an insane team, and then before you know it, you're then just lost. You're like, well, this is boring now. You know, I said it in yesterday's video. I come onto this account, I play my games, and I log off of this account because there's nothing to do. But like, I was excited for daily and weekly objectives, and weekly objectives have been okay, but daily objectives are just terrible. You know, one of the daily objectives would be like, you know, score 2 finesse shots with a Premier League player. All right, that's great. Let's pop a Premier League player into the team. Let's focus on getting those finesse shots in. You complete that objective. What do you get? A bronze contract pack. Well, I'm sorry, I don't care about a bronze contract pack no less 4, 5, 6 months into the game cycle. Like, EA have just deaded their own thing. They've made some good strides this year with some good things, and then they've made huge errors by not keeping them up to date and keeping them in line with the general balance of the game. And the same can be said for squad battles rewards. The start of the game, those coins, those 2 mega packs, those 50 and 100k packs, they were absolutely vital to everybody. But now, who cares about 2 mega packs, man? Like, what are you going to do? Give me an 82 rated player and some contracts. I don't care. I just go and buy what I need. So the Poor Man Road to Glory style videos I don't say they're dying out, but they're definitely, what you said is right, is that most people know now that you don't need to spend money on this game. And so what I was thinking, I said this to Nick before as well, imagine if we had, now that we've completed a Poor Man Road to Glory, style Road to Glory, imagine a Rich Man's Road to Glory, where you open promo packs and you spend money on this game, and you get yourself the best possible team that you can, and you have a look at how that influences and impacts your gameplay. How does that change my results? Does that get me up to 35, 36 wins, or do I stay around the 30, the 29, 32 win mark? But the sad part is that I'm not willing to spend the money on this game to find out. I'd rather not do that content because I don't want to give EA copious amounts of money when we get nothing in return. That's where we're at with that. Workid says, hi Nep, in weekend league games that you are taking a heavy defeat in, such as the game you showed, why don't you just leave? Just that you say sometimes you struggle the games to get in, but will play out 6-1 defeats. I only bring this up as I feel you could fit more games in the same amount of time if you were to leave the game and play your next match. Not criticising, just a question. Also, do you think Batshuayi will get 100% inform? I do think he will, yeah. In terms of why I don't leave games that I'm getting dominated in, sometimes I feel like I can come back, even at like 3, 4, 5 goals down. Especially because I've done it before. There have been a few occasions where I've been 4-0 or 5-0 down. I've made huge comebacks. But also, I like to, like, if I'm not getting like frustrated in myself, I like to just, if somebody's just better than me, like that guy that beat me 6-1 or whatever it was better than me, I wanna just interpret his gameplay. I just want to watch and figure out what he did that was so good, because I'm not a bad player, right? I know I'm not a bad player. I'm not the best player in the world. But I've played this game so much that I understand how the game mechanics work to a high degree. So when somebody's picking me apart, and it's not through me being frustrated and just making mistakes, but it's because they're just outplaying me, I want to learn and understand from that. So I'll stay in because it might be something as simple as, oh, look, every time before he scored a goal against me, he did a fake shot, or he just stopped still, or he did a 1-2 with his wide man, or it might be, okay, this formation was just so devastating against me, and that's what the problem was. There might be so many reasons why I stay in the game, because I don't like to quit. I like to, as fun as it is, I like to try and learn. You learn more from those defeats than you do from the wins. You don't learn anything from the wins, because the win is just the win. You do what you do, and when you come out with a win, you're like, hey, what I did was great and it works. So you take that exact same attitude into the next game, and if you win that, you're like, hey, I'm really good at this. What I did, it worked again. And then eventually you'll lose, and you'll be like, okay, so what did I do wrong? How can I improve? So you can't really improve from winning games. You can improve from winning games, but you learn a hell of a lot more, in my opinion, from losing games than from winning. So as you can see, guys, after the 10 games, I was 25-5. Like I said, I played some exceptional football. I came up against that one dude that had that icon team with Ronaldo and like a load of prime icons, and he had Peter Schmeichel in goal, and I took 4 shots and scored 4 goals. And I tell you what, Peter Schmeichel, prime icon, that dude just needs to dump him. He was terrible. He didn't save a damn thing. But guys, 25 wins, happy with that. 10 games to get that Elite 3. Who knows? 9 wins might get, we just went 9-1. We went 9-1 in the first set of 10 games. We went 7-3 in the second set of 10 games. We went 9-1 in the third set of 10 games. If we get another 9-1 set of games out of our last 10, we could scrape Elite 1 again. And it's this extra day that's really helping me out because there's no pressure to play. Like, normally there'd be 8 hours left at this stage, and I'd have to fit 10 games into that 8 hours, and I'd have to play whilst being tired and play through stress and pressure, and I'd ultimately bottle it. But we've got plenty of time left to play these 10 games. We've got all of Monday to go. Hopefully I can have a good Monday and get at least 8 wins. I'd be happy with 8 wins. Getting to 32, 33 for the weekend, that would be a good idea for me, a good set for me. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.